How I exposed a teacher's wrong Earth theory in front of the class. So last fall, my 10-year-old came home with a strange question. Is it true the Earth doesn't actually spin? That it's just science theory and we can't prove it? I blinked. Where'd you hear that? My teacher said it today. She said it's not spinning because we don't feel it, and scientists just guess it does. I nearly dropped my coffee. I asked to see the lesson. My kid had scribbled down some notes, and sure enough, the words theory, not proven, were circled in red ink with a big smiley face next to them. I'm not a scientist, but I work for a private aerospace contractor. We literally launch satellites based on Earth's rotation and orbital physics. If the planet wasn't spinning, our calculations would be useless. Planes wouldn't land where they're supposed to. GPS would be a joke. Next day, I emailed the teacher asking if I could do a space careers demo for her class on Friday. Perfect excuse, since career day was coming up anyway. She replied, "Of course, that sounds fun." Friday came. I walked into the classroom with a spinning globe, a laser pointer, and a copy of Newton's laws printed on 20 laminated handouts. 20 kids with wide eyes and Dorito-stained fingers stared at me like I was about to pull a rabbit out of a rocket ship. "So, I hear there's some confusion about whether the Earth spins," I started. The teacher was leaning against the back counter with her arms crossed. I pulled out a gyroscope, the same kind we use to test satellite stability. This little guy helps us figure out movement in space. Know why it works? Because the Earth is actually spinning, constantly, at about 1,000 miles per hour. Gasps. One kid whispered, "That's faster than a race car." I went further, showed them satellite footage, weather patterns that wouldn't exist without Earth's rotation, even pulled up live feeds from geostationary satellites. But when I turned around, the teacher's smile was gone. She suddenly clapped her hands. "Thank you. That was interesting. Now, let's get back to the lesson." Back to the lesson? The one where you told my kid basic physics is just a guess? I left without saying more. But that night, my kid came home crushed. They'd taken a pop quiz, and the first question, "Does the Earth spin?" My kid checked. Yes. The answer was marked wrong. I stared at the paper in silence. This isn't okay. I called the school first thing Monday. Principal said we could meet that afternoon. I showed up with actual NASA publications, the national science standards, even an iPad with animations proving axial rotation. The principal was clearly uncomfortable but professional. Called in the teacher. When asked directly, she said, "I teach what I believe children can understand. Concepts like rotation and gravity can be confusing. Simpler ideas are better for their age." "Better doesn't mean correct," I said. She replied, "It's just a matter of interpretation." I almost laughed. This isn't art class, it's science. You don't get to interpret gravity. The next week, the school announced they'd be reviewing all science curriculum and replacing any outdated or non-standard content. The teacher? She was quietly removed from teaching science altogether, transferred to language arts. On my kid's next quiz, the Earth rotation question reappeared. This time they checked yes. This time it was marked correct. Still, every time my kid learns something new at school now, they look at me and say, "Is this real, or is it just another classroom theory?"